So hello again. I don't know if you remember at the end of the last video I was talking about sort of making my way back up into the sand dunes, and walking along the beach a little bit and doing some more photography. Anyway, I did actually do that, and some of the images worked out okay, but they didn't really fit in with the last video, and I felt like it was going on a bit, so I wanted to bring the last video to an end. Now, when I set up this channel, it was going to be warts and all. I wanted to include the images which I like, the images that I don't like, the bits of video which are good, and the bits of video that are bad as well. So this isn't the greatest filming, it's not the best video. I was suffering from man flu at the time, so some of my filming and explanations could be a lot better and could be a bit slicker, but I wanted to share it with you anyway and share the images with you. So first of all, we're going to move up towards a small stream and estuary, and then shoot a composition there and take advantage of some of the curves and shapes that we can find. And then there's a little bit more close-up photography in the sand dunes itself, concentrating some of those tones and shades and high contrast lighting, and using some of the grasses as well against a fairly dark background to create some nice graphic sort of monochrome images. So monochrome photography in the sand dunes. Hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you at the end. Well, these are the reeds I was talking about earlier, and to be honest, now I've come back up here, it's just way too bright. Not only that, I can't really see a composition. You know, sometimes you sort of get a feeling for something that you really want, and other times it's just not going to happen. As you can see, it's really bright. The camera that I'm using for video is really struggling, and so I don't think this is going to really sort of work as a composition or as an image in any shape or form, really. Without any doubt, there are pictures here. You know, it's a lovely spot, but I think I've just left it a little bit too late. But we've had a great time on the beach, so we'll walk back through the sand dunes, and if we see anything on the way back, we'll call it at that point. Just when I thought that actually there wasn't any more pictures to be had at all, I came round the corner, found that if I walked up this bank a little bit, I could look down on the river that was winding through in between the reeds and the beach, and yeah, I think it gives quite a nice composition. I've cropped it in camera as a square format, and I'm just using sort of like the curve of the river to lead your eye from the bottom left corner to the top right, and you know, with the longer lens on there, I'm shooting it probably about 125 to 130 mil focal length. And if I just wake the camera back up for a minute just so we can see what's going on, then yeah, we're shooting at yeah, like I say, about 120 mil, 20th of a second, f11 with a polarizing filter. So I'm not quite sure how much of this you've got, but hopefully the image won't be too bad, and you'll get to see that, and I can do some voiceover if nothing else. When we came down the beach yesterday to walk the dogs, I saw some pictures along here that were potentially really good. I was just thinking about the way that the sand dunes and the light would look with the side lighting across it, and maybe the light picking up on the grasses as well. So on the way back to the beach this morning, I actually stopped at this location to take some of these pictures. So you're seeing roughly now what I'm aiming the camera at. As I pan into view, you'll see where the camera's actually been set up. Now I'm hoping that these come out really well. It could well be one of my most favourite pictures I've taken today. But of course I won't know, as usual, until I get home and see them on the screen. Now you'll know whether they're my most favourite pictures even before I will. Because strangely, the way that I do the videos, I'm going to process the image after I've made these comments. So you might be seeing the image now, and you can make your own mind up. So I'm going to take the picture and just decide on what we've got. Once again, as always, I've set the camera up so that I can use the thing, use the shutter release. Now I've set the camera up, I'm going to bracket this exposure here, and I've set the camera up. I'm doing some shots at f4, and I've also got some at f8, and there we go. Yeah, that looks really quite good. I'm using manual focusing, zooming in the back of the camera so that I can sort of frame the images and the pictures and understand what I'm taking. And there's a bit of a precarious angle, and the sand's very slippery here, so everything's in danger of moving about. So I've sort of dug the tripod into the ground a bit before I started shooting. But yeah, picture looks quite good. I've got some dark areas in the background as well coming in quite nicely. So I'm just hoping that this is going to sort of work together quite well. I may even use it as a black and white or monochrome, sort of like toned picture. Lovely. Lovely. Okay, well I'm going to sort of wrap it up at this point. I've been out for a good few hours. It's now 8 o'clock in the morning. I left the tent at about just after 4. So yeah, I've been out for 4 hours. I'm taking some fantastic images and pictures. Thoroughly enjoyed myself, and actually now it's starting to warm up a little bit. I'm starting to actually feel like it wasn't such a bad idea. Earlier on when I couldn't feel my feet, I wasn't so happy. So I'm just going to pack the camera away, and yeah, I'll get back home in a few days' times, process these images and see what we've got. We might have a trip out tonight to see what it looks like in the evening, see what we've got during sunset, and if that works well, then maybe you'll see some images from that as well. But as it stands at the moment, I think this is going to be the main sort of set of images from this weekend. I'm just putting the camera away as quick as I can so that it's safe, basically. Incidentally, on that last image, it was kind of nice not to have to set up and use any filters. Quite often the best images are the easiest and most simple ones to take, and yeah, it's good to sort of do that sometimes. Okay, I just want to get this sealed away because the sand is so fine. Once I know it's all tucked away and it's zipped inside, it's not going to get any sand inside the camera or the lens. I'm quite happy. Right, okay, so just time to struggle back up here, put you guys away, and hopefully see you later on. Okay, so there we are again, guys, the end of another video. I hope you enjoyed some of the content in there, and some of it was of use to you anyway. If you did enjoy it, or you want to watch some of my other videos, then please click on the subscribe button. There's also some other suggestions up there which you may want to look at. Obviously, give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Put something in the comments for me. Feel free to share it amongst your friends and other people that you think may be interested, and most of all, get out with your cameras, enjoy your photography, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.